Hey, I'm Arthur Sutherland, and I'm thinking about my first association with the Boyle River Outdoor Education Centre. It was in 1975, and I was sitting in the principal's office at Kaiapoi High School. He was interviewing me for a position he had advertised, and he said to me two things. One, he said, we're going to launch into outdoor education at this new school beginning next year, and he said, I want you to take a leadership role there, Arthur. And he also said to me that the local Rotary Club, combined with the Rangiora and the Belfast clubs, were working together to build a hut in the mountains up in what's called the Boyle River area. My colleagues at Kaiapoi High School, namely Jim Martin, Jim Adams and Jogger Johnson, the three of them and I went up to the Boyle area, and we went climbing and walking, tramping, looking around down the Boyle Gorge. We went up onto top of Mons 6 Milia, which is where the current radio system is for the Boyle. We explored the Nina Valley, and so began the preparations for taking the young people from Kaiapoi High School to the Boyle.
The Boyle is set in a stunning alpine and bush environment. We've got beautiful valleys, beautiful bush, tracks and rivers right on our doorstep. Big strength of ours is our staff, because they've got passionate quality instructors, and they've got a wealth of experience and background so that they can deliver and facilitate a wide range of programs and experiences as well. And I think another unique thing about the Boyle River is we have our own unique outdoor instructor apprenticeship. That's what we call our cadetship course. We run our sort of core thing we take pride in is being a leading provider in outdoor education and recreation programs. And so our programs are tailor-made to the schools, the community groups and organisations that come up here. And the process we use is adventure-based learning, which helps to engage and to inspire and challenge those young people in our courses.
Hi, I'm Wendy, and I've been manager of the Boyle since 2002. Experience the Boyle is a catchphrase on the website, and for everyone involved at the Boyle, it's an amazing experience. It is all about the people for me. The students, they come here to accept the challenges we give them, and they leave with a lot more learning than they probably realise. As a teacher, that is very rewarding for me. The staff, they come to work here and they are amazing. I've been so lucky to work with such committed instructors who always go the extra mile to provide a great experience for their students. Everyone supports each other and actively engages in improving the experience for our students. It is a really good workplace to be part of, which is a privilege. Another privilege for me has been working with and teaching our cadets. This trainee instructor programme was just starting when I joined the Boyle, and it's gone on to produce really great instructors for the Boyle. Many have used their wonderful talents to work in the wider outdoor community. Whatever their career pathway, they've all turned into fine young people who still uphold the Boyle values. I'm really proud of them all and their achievements. Behind the scenes is another committed group of people on the Trust Board who help make everything up here possible. Their long-term work has helped develop and support all our work up here, and I would like to acknowledge their support and volunteer time over the years, particularly that of Arthur Sutherland and of Peter Allen, who both always work tirelessly to sustain our work. The last group of people I'll mention are our lovely guardians who look after the Boyle at the weekends. They volunteer their services, and this epitomises the goodwill that is provided to the Boyle by everyone who's connected with its operation. My fondest memories are all the people I've worked with, the support, the teamwork and the laughs we've shared. I would like to thank them all for making my job such a rewarding one. It is great to be here among the mountains and the rivers, and I look forward to helping more people have memorable experiences in the outdoor.
My name's Tony Sinclair. I first came in contact with the Boyle through Ernie French, who was secretary at the time, and I became the first paid caretaker. I'd like to thank all those early Rotarian guys, all their spare weekends in the Boyle, and they certainly helped me out too. To me, the Boyle was like a second home, where I covered as much ground as I could on foot and met all the locals at various times. And now that I'm a weekend guardian, it's just like coming home.
My name is Julia Malcolm. I'm a Deputy Principal at Rangiora High School. I've been a teacher there since 1995, and I've been going on Year 10 camps and now Year 9 and student leader camps. We take our Year 9s up there every year, and in about March, so it gives them that opportunity to make relationships with each other, for their teachers to really get to know them, and for them to have some challenges in the outdoors and experience the unique environment that the Boyle has. We also take our student leaders at the start of the year and before the school year starts, and that's really the highlight of the year for me. While they've been to the Boyle before, they actually really love going back, doing some of the same challenges and new challenges, but with a different perspective of being a bit older and in a different kind of grouping. So my favourite memory of the Boyle would be in 2001, I think it was, with a student leader camp. We had about 40 students up there, and one of the students, Jeremy, who has cerebral palsy, he came with us and he was in a wheelchair. The group he was in at the start of the camp challenged themselves for Jeremy to do every single activity that they were doing. So they really had to think hard and plan hard. He went up over the high wall, across the swamp, through the big tyre. I can remember Darren Atkin, his dean, with Jeremy strapped to his back, doing the high ropes in the trees. On the final day, the group were really keen for him to do the flying kiwi, so there was a lot of planning. Jeremy was harnessed up in his wheelchair, and then it was kiwi ready, belayers ready, and the belayers ran in the opposite direction, and Jeremy went flying out of his wheelchair up into the air, and it was just so exciting to see him released from his wheelchair. And I really do believe that they laid a foundation in that 4 days there, where they really thought about challenging themselves, about how to include other people, how to think outside the box, in the backdrop of a fantastic environment. And the smile on his face will stay with me forever. And the students themselves were just so excited for him, and so proud of themselves of having achieved all these challenges with him.
Hi, my name is Karen from Alternative Education. We work with students in Christchurch who are disengaged from mainstream education, still enrolled in their school, but come out to our alternative education whānau groups to re-engage. We've had an association with the Boyle for the last 2 years, and we've had students go out and participate in the ABL activities. This is a huge achievement for our young people, because they have not done anything like this in their lives. It has been challenging and rewarding. The staff at the Boyle have given those students empathy and opportunities to learn. They have a wonderful way with our students, and I'd like to congratulate you on what you give to us and our students as far as the programs run. They have an opportunity to climb heights, abseil down 3-storey building high walls of rock, cross rivers, and lots of other fantastic activities that you put on. A great opportunity for our students, and we look forward to working with you in the future.
So have you learned anything on camp so far?
I've learned that you need to trust your teammates and you need to just believe in them, because they do have your back when you really need it.
The first Kaiapoi camps at the Boyle were in shortly after the opening in 1978, and they continue to this day. I think one of the key things is that the programs are based on a New Zealand curriculum, and they provide for the outdoor education component of the health and physical education curriculum, including learning about risk management and developing the skills required to live and recreate in the outdoors. The students learn about the environment, the history, the geography, the biodiversity, and about sustainable practices. They gain an understanding of the leave no trace concept. Some student groups learn about the work of a park ranger and an outdoor instructor, and in so doing gain credits towards national certificates such as NCA and the National Certificate in Outdoor Leadership.
Why are you at the Boyle?
I'm at the Boyle on a gateway program through schools, so I get to learn about the instructor's life and what it's like to be an instructor.
Cool. And have you got much out of it?
Yes, I certainly have. I've learnt how to manage a team while going for a tramp twice this week. Lots of different skills that I didn't have before, like using a radio and how to tell the weather, and yeah.
Cool. And what would you tell anyone else wanting to become part of the Boyle family?
It's a really, really cool experience. I've loved being up here for the last 3 weeks out of a month, so yeah, I'd say come here and enjoy the Boyle.
The cadet for 2018. What do you like about the Boyle and why do you work here?
Oh, it's a pretty great place, works well with kids.
What would you pass on to anyone wanting to become a cadet at the Boyle?
Just give it a go. You might not think you like it, but come up for a week, give it a trial, see what you think and maybe what you love.
Yep.
If I hadn't been doing this, I don't know where I'd be right now.
Hi everybody, my name is Michelle Klein, also known as Mitch. My first experience at Boyle River was when I was a student in 1883 at Greta Valley, and I still remember Chris Heafy was my instructor, and a fond memory of Chris was when he used to bring out the suitcase full of chocolates in the evenings to sell to us. My next visit back to the Boyle River when I was on a 3-year degree in Timaru Polytech in 1996. I did work experience at the Boyle and really enjoyed the atmosphere, the people. I was ready to start a journey in outdoor education, being an older student of about 25. Graham Frith at the time was the manager, and he asked me back to do some work, and my fondest memories are the people. I really enjoyed turning up to work with like-minded people, people that were motivated and positive. Other fondest memories would be sitting on top of mountaintops with a group of children, watching the sunset and hearing the comments such as, wow, this is awesome. I really got a kick out of that. Other fondest moments would have been watching the cadets and fellow staff members growing and developing their skills and turning into strong professional instructors. On those hot summer days down in the river, enjoying the cool fresh water and kayaking down the Boyle Drop in the evenings with other staff. I'd like to say a big thank you to Graham Frith, who gave me the opportunity to start work at the Boyle, to the rest of the staff who made it a great place to be, for the students for giving their best, and it's a place where I've grown up and grown and developed into a professional instructor. So Boyle River always have a special place in my heart.
Hi, my name's Guy Sutherland. Had a long association with the Boyle. Being Arthur and Robin's son, we basically headed up to the Boyle pretty much from when I was born, I think, every year. The number one memory growing up, the Sutherland family always headed up to the Boyle, usually coincided with the spring clean. Awesome memories of when I was young, rainy days. Remember once we cut a section of the rafter out, which you can still see to this day, hung a rope up from the top of the roof and were swinging off it, prossing up it, and then jumping down onto mattresses that were placed on the floor. Again, as a youngster with family heading up to the Boyle, I always remember when I got up there in winter, the red fire bucket pails were always hanging outside the entrance to the lodge. Always amused me. There were sort of 5 or 6 buckets that if there was a fire, we'd have this water over the lodge. In winter, there was about 5 centimetres of ice frozen on the top of them. So Miles and I used to enjoy smashing the ice out of these buckets when we were youngsters. Way back in the 90s, I think, when the Sylvia Flats hot pools were pretty awesome. Used to head there all the time before they became well known. And one memory, we're sitting in the hot pools and a car pulls over on the top of the cliff. Fella gets out to urinate down the bank thinking he's in the middle of nowhere. Headlights behind him, and we're all yelling out from below in the hot pools, and sort of he has no idea what's going on there, where these people would be coming from. Again, with family, heading up the St. James Walkway past the swing bridge, wearing full wetsuits with Miles and bodyboards, and basically bodyboarding back down the river, back to the lodge. And yeah, it took us a good mission for a whole day when we were young doing that. So it's a good memory of the Boyle River itself. Working at the Boyle 2005 as an instructor, awesome crew of other instructors and staff, and living in the cottage at the back of the lodge. Managed to work with Roncalli College that year and actually led to my employment at Roncalli. So I've got the Boyle to thank for getting the job that I'm currently in. I get to spend 2 weeks in term 1 at the Boyle every year, which is awesome. It's a highlight of all the students' time at Roncalli. It's sort of a given that the head boy speech at prize giving each year will reference their time in year 10 heading up to the Boyle. So it's the highlight of a student's time at Roncalli. Running into lots of ex-Roncalli staff members who assisted with the camps at the Boyle, they always mention to me when they see me, oh, the Boyle camp's just the best camp they've ever been to.
The Boyle programs are experiential in a beautiful, pristine, alpine environment. Young people grow. They make positive changes, adding to their skill set and coming to the realisation that they are more capable than they ever thought. Adults frequently tell me the Boyle was the greatest experience in my life.